Welcome to episode 446 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Evan Hollywood Hearn and Tim Kincaid in the building. Obviously, we have another guest that is my voice, as my voice has finally come back after that Saints Eagles game. I kind of lost my voice. A lot of Eagle fans lost their voice, but I think Eagle fans were still on a high. Obviously you got to move forward. Like you win a game, you have to move forward. You can't stay back and you can't be back on Bourbon Street, gloating. You have to move forward. There's another game, and that other game is against another NFC South opponent, and that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Eagles know this team fairly well as they put their season to rest last year. And I almost I never want the Eagles to lose, but that was the one game last year where I had an opportunity to go to, and I said no. I didn't want to get on a plane. I didn't want to go tailgate. I didn't want to because that team to me was
dead in the water.
It was just
you wanted to get over with. You wanted to get over
the right
with.
time, the right vibe, and I did not want to be there. But hurricane season, category 3. Gail, who hates flying, is ready to get on a plane tomorrow and meet Prime down. We get a call from CBS Philly, and they're like, "Hey, we'd love to meet you down at the airport." You can talk about the story about going down to Tampa in the storm. I'm like, "What am I doing getting on this plane?" But that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, Ev. I mean, how are you feeling, Ev? You still gloating? You still been talking your ish on social media?
I am. I'm still talking my ish. I'm still feeling fine about the win that we had. I'm feeling confident about this game that you're heading into. I think that, considering the conditions, you would probably think that it's more of a ground game, especially, we got a guy named Saquon Barkley on this team that's been carrying us to some pretty strong through some pretty strong drives and a lot of points. So I'm looking forward to this game. I am jealous that you are going down there. I'm also jealous that you have your clothes still, hopefully arriving tomorrow.
You still haven't got your bag?
Yeah, dude, it's pretty rough over here.
You got drawers, buddy?
Yeah, I got to do wash. It's in the wash right now. It's a whole problem.
I got caveman outfit. He's just leaves and shit.
But glad that's the one silver lining of me not going on this trip is I wouldn't have even had my bag or my clothes by the time it was time to leave. So maybe it's a good thing I wasn't scheduled to go.
Ev went out his handy dandy bag.
But so are you no nerves about flying for you, or you seem to have turned a leaf in this whole flying experience?
Yeah, you had.
Like I said, the Eagles will get me out of my comfort zone, and at least I got my emotional support human in Prime with me. I can look over and be like, "Yo, we good?" Prime usually tell you if something's off, he'll know.
Okay.
I just think it's kind of crazy because shout out to Philly Sports Trips. A lot of the fans that are going on Philly Sports Trips, our flights got canceled yesterday. Most of the group is flying to Orlando and then taking a bus from Orlando across the state of Florida to Tampa. We're flying into Charlotte.
Arizona. Oh.
And then from Charlotte, we have a layover, and then we're flying to Sarasota, and then we're taking an hour Uber from Sarasota to Tampa.
Jeez.
So I mean, it's kind of it's going to be something to get there, but I think the excitement of just being there. I don't know what's gotten over me, but I'm excited to see these Eagles play, and we have to get there.
Yeah.
And I've talked to all my homies that are in Tampa. Shout out to Joe Castro. He said it was sunny out there. Beautiful day today. He said everything's going to be okay.
So why is it so hard to get to?
Well, exactly.
Tampa canceled all their flights. Tampa canceled all their flights.
Okay. I got
so
you.
that's why, I know people were talking about the 20-foot swells.
At least you're above seawater in this city,
See, you changed a new. You became a new man after. Yeah. He's a trailblazer now. Ever since he did the whole Brazil,
Just get laid off. That's what happens. You get laid off. You get laid off. You get a little severance. You're like, all right, well, maybe I could just figure it out.
Life is too short. It's like one of those things. Life is too short.
It is true though, man.
Yeah.
Life is too short. So whatever makes you happy, if it's the Eagles, do what you love, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, seeing Ev and you and Prime down in Bourbon Street having a blast was like, yo, that's the definition of living. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's absolutely.
I mean, and the Eagles winning the way they won is the definition of winning.
Yeah,
gritty one. But
really
I'm
gritty.
thinking that this next one's going to be kind of gritty too, man. I mean, the Buccaneers up until last week have had some strong showings. Baker Mayfield, the first 2 weeks of the season, looked like that dude. And last game against the Broncos of all teams, I mean, losing 26-7, and him not having the best game exactly. I'm thinking like where I have all I've been seeing this week, aside from the Nick Sirianni slander, is that Jalen Carter has absolutely dominated that last game. And I've been looking more and more into it. And just the way that Vic Fangio was scheming for Jalen Carter, he was putting 6 guys down on the line, and he was making sure that Jalen Carter was able to get a one-on-one matchup. And he won the large majority of them. And he was in the backfield just causing havoc all game. Now you're going up against Cody Mauch, who 14 pass rushes he's allowed so far this season, man. So this looks like another dominant performance for Jalen Carter heading towards us. So I'm really looking forward to it, man.
Yeah. I think the most exciting thing about this game is the D-line and the secondary. It's like, because this defense is actually like it's starting to gel together, and we also got to give props up to Avonte Maddox. That dude has been balling. He has been balling. We got to give him and Gail's son. I think ever since Darius and I'm sorry, big play Slay. Sorry.
Slay.
Yeah, Slay. My bad. Slay. Ever since Slay got called out for sleeping against the ATL and let Drake London score that touchdown, he was on one. He was on one last week, and I feel like he's going to be on one this week because he has a big matchup. But this secondary, bro, it's like I feel spoiled. We haven't had a defensive secondary like this in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
if one goes down, the next one comes up. It's just, you know what I mean?
We're not even fully there though, too. I mean,
exactly.
Sidney Brown coming back, I think, is going to be a great rotational guy to throw into this safety mix, man.
Correct.
And to also talk about Chauncey, the last time he's played the Bucs, he's picked them off in consecutive 3 games that he's played against them. I think, our corners showed to be good man corners, and that's from Todd Bowles' mouth himself. He knows what he's going up against, and we do know what we're going up against in Mike Evans, who's been one of Evans' favorites. He's always talked about Mike Evans, and the possibility of him going over 1,000 for another season is crazy. But again, a Delaware native in Chris Godwin, who's been killing in the slot. He's been their the most targeted wide receiver is Chris Godwin, and he's been their showstopper. I think Mike Evans has had, he had outside the first game, he's had a couple slow starts, and I think seeing them lose against the Broncos, the Bucs have gone against 2 rookie quarterbacks at Washington, with Jaden Daniels, and then with Bo Nix. And against Bo Nix, they lost. A guy who we saw down at the Senior Bowl, who was, I wasn't, super impressed, but like, again, Bo Nix seems to be serviceable, but I do think we all know they have some injuries. Gadecki was out last week, the right tackle, with a concussion. He should be back this week, so that should help them there. Vita Vea was limited. He missed last week. He might give it a go this week. Should be big for their run game, run defense. Who else was? Might as well
You had
bring
the
up.
graphic.
Might as
How do you
well
want to bring it up?
injuries, right?
Might as
I
well
got it.
bring it up.
All right.
Tristan
So-
Wirfs
So
was the
if
biggest
you
one
look
to
at
me.
their side versus ours, I mean,
Yeah.
you've definitely got more. They're definitely struggling in the injury
Bro,
department.
look at Tristan Wirfs, bro. That's a big one.
Yeah, I mean he's
That
limited
is,
right
you know
now,
what I mean?
but
Like,
I think
still, like he's not 100%. That's a big one. And Bucky Irvin?
and Twan Winfield Jr., who's their dog, has not practiced Wednesday and Thursday, so I'm going to give it a good shot that he's not going to be playing.
Bucky Irvin going the wrong way too. I mean,
Right.
Wednesday he was limited, and Thursday didn't even participate. So that was a guy that he was rattling off 7.8 yards a carry last week. I mean, he's kind of been taking that job from Rachaad White.
We know Rachaad White is more of their, he's a threat in the passing game as well. But I think with Bucky Irving, he's had a great showing for rookie this season. I think again, you're talking about the Eagles and the amount of running backs that we've faced, in Green Bay, starting off with Josh Jacobs against the Falcons with another one of Evans' stay-in favorites in Bijan. Week 3, Alvin Kamara, who's banged up. The Eagles did rough him up a little bit. If you go back watch the game, I was like, he was taking some shots. And now Bucky Irving, if he can't give it a go, then that's a positive in the right direction for the Eagles.
For sure.
Now, the talk of the town, if we're going to look at the Eagles side of things, A.J. Brown with his hamstring, and we know that Devontae Smith with his concussion, and Lane Johnson. You never want to injure Johnson, but we have a backup Johnson and Fred Johnson to come in there and just give it a go.
And Mekhi back.
Mekhi Becton with a finger. He's going to have a cast on this week.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't realize that Kelsey was injured too. He
Beastly.
was giving us problems in that playoff game. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I'm curious how you guys think that. I mean, I think the clear thing that's in the Buccaneers' favor is the wide receiver matchup. I mean, no AJ, no Devontae, and then you've got a guy who, like Gail said, I'm willing to make the argument top 5, Mike Evans, wide receiver of all time. He's that dude. But how are you going to line up these corners? I mean, we've had 2 corners that have been doing well, but you've also got 2 really proven wide receivers come in here as well.
Well, I think you got to definitely you can the odds of them bracketing Evans at certain times of the game. I could see that. I think the way that Fangio will scheme up something nice, because I know they want to get Evans involved more often. They started out slow. The rhythm last week against the Broncos, they started off slow, and they're trying to get that rhythm early. And I think you talked about it early with Jalen Carter. I mean, him being a menace to society for any guard out there. I think I want him to see, like, Cody Mauch does not have 2 front teeth. I want. No, we don't promote violence, but I want Carter to knock out the other teeth. So all the fronts are gone. And again, we don't promote violence here, but I'm just saying, in a football sense, I think Jalen Carter should set a tone.
Oh, for sure. I think, and then we also got to put some respect on Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis he's the one that actually set the tone. If you remember, he got the first sack on Derek Carr. I just think he'll set the tone. You don't think he's going to set the tone?
Cool.
Jordan Davis.
I think
both of these interior guys can. It's the edge rushers that are like,
oh god,
kind of sitting here. Like,
I'm not trying to put nobody else.
Come on, wait.
I didn't jump the gun. That was
Brandon Graham, when we always talk about 36 in a Tybo class.
Right.
He's 36 in a football class out here and performing well. We didn't
talking about not retirement.
Talk about really. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that?
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that.
He said that depending on the Eagles situation next year, he would consider not retiring if he thinks that they're not ready.
Bro.
I'm off to hit him up. Like, Still haven't hit him up about the cleats, but we'll soon.
Yeah, he's definitely given solid snaps, but like that is a guy just like Lane Johnson. I mean, it's a guy that they're getting up there in age, man, and the wear and tear is going to start to show. You know, he's been really good since we've been able to just use him as a rotational piece. And Lane Johnson is more of an every snap kind of guy. But I mean, it's one of these things that some of these other edge rushers really need to step up here, man.
Sweat.
I mean, Sweat. Yeah,
Huff.
Bryce
Where you
Huff.
at?
All of them.
Sweat.
All of them, man.
Nolan Smith.
All of them.
Don't even
All
get
of
me
them?
started with Nolan Smith, bro.
I think it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna say. I just think
Let's
some
try to-
like if Zach Bond could come and play out of his face,
Thank you.
someone else got to show up.
What? Like, yeah, he needs help.
Show
He
up.
can't be the only person that's going to be making tackles.
Well, I mean, like I'm just saying, like in general, like who's the guy that's going to take their game to the next level? Like N'Kobe Dean had a great game last week.
Yeah.
Shout out to Devin White, who's
Do we got another healthy scratch coming in this week or what?
Rashad
man,
Penny
I hope he plays, bro.
linebackers going on right now.
It's a revenge game for Devin White, so I hope he gets to get a couple snaps in. Let him dress up. Something, man. I don't want to see 45. Yeah, something. Put the pads on, man. Ain't nothing like putting on your equipment and your uniform, right, Gail? Ain't nothing like it.
Washed up. I'm washed up, but I'll strap it up if I have to.
Yeah.
Tony says Bucky's still that guy though. Sounds like an Oregon stand here, potentially.
Yeah, but he might not be this guy this game if he's not playing.
Yeah. Ivan says Carter needs to sustain what he did on Sunday. I believe that. I think he turned it up a notch. He turned on the switch. I don't think he could turn off the switch. Is what was probably the problem.
You know what also is super, super dope, man. And my pop said this about a year ago when he seen Jalen Carter play. So you know, Baldy said the most dopest comment about Carter. He said that Carter reminds him of Jerome Brown.
He did. I was reading that today.
That's that type of you saying that. That means that's, you know what I mean? That's big, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And Bucky's not somebody, you know. I mean, Baldy. I'm sorry, Baldy. He doesn't get even impressed by people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been there, done that. Cowboys, Eagles, all that. You know what I mean?
Now, shout out to Pops. He said, let's talk about the defense taking a huge step forward. Carter, Booker, Davis, Vaughn, and Mitchell all look really good. So I want to give like the younger guys, Booker. I'm gonna say Booker with my megaphone. The way that Booker's played has been inspiring because he's the guy that no one saw coming. But he did show out and he flashed at the end of all throughout camp. And when we talked about Davis a little bit and Carter, obviously, and Mitch, my son, I'm gonna have to buy him a car or something for his birthday. So not that I have money to buy someone a car, but if I could, I would.
Isn't it nice to have a defensive coordinator that is willing to put out the best player out there rather than just who should be out there according to you know where they were drafted or where like
Ev.
Yeah,
we've been begging for this for years.
We have, man. We have.
It's and what I love about Vangio is he don't Gator don't take no shit. Vangio don't take no shit. You know what I mean?
100%, bro. Yeah, no, he don't. He'll tell it straight up. He's. I mean, Devin White is the guy that we talked about. We were so hyped to see him come here, and you look at how he for some of these all of these games, right, hasn't even dressed. And while that's a disappointment because I really wanted to see what he was capable of, he has faith in N'Kobe Dean. He has faith in Zach Bond and Trotter Jr. even to dress him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's trusting the guys that have proven to him that they can play the best, and that's exactly what I want out of a coach. I want you to put the best players out there.
It's tough because I think Devin White came here thinking that he had the position locked up. Money spoke to it a little bit because Eagles don't hardly pay money at the position. And again, if they're going old school and
Do you think
Fangio
they
has this
flip him?
guy, I think there's I know the Broncos. They just signed his former teammate Quan Alexander he's on the practice squad. But
I thought it was Zach Cunningham. I thought he got a deal too.
did he?
I believe so.
I don't know.
Because
You see,
Singletary, Alex
Singleton was playing a game with a torn ACL, bro.
Torn ACL, yeah.
Insane. And he still led the team in tackles, I think.
Now Ivan chimes in. Ivan says, "I don't know, man. Aside from 55 and 98, I don't have the same energy for the rest of the line."
JD does his thing, man.
I just think I'd like to see a little bit more from Milton. He showed up on the injury report with a groin, limited today.
Really?
Yeah. So you're just wondering who's going to stabilize that group. Like, who's the next dude to elevate? Because we need to see it. And then now the word of, people will mention that guy Hassan Reddick every single day,
right?
For the next.
Do the Jets need a linebacker? Y'all want Devin White? We'll take his time.
Now, Tony asked, "Do you think management gets involved with Sirianni calling plays?"
Well, no, I don't. I think that ultimately that Jeff Lurie handpicks these guys, man. Him and Howie Roseman handpicked these guys, and they ever since when we won the Super Bowl, it was all about big balls, Doug, right? Doug Peterson's willing to go for it on fourth down with a trick play. Doug Peterson's willing to go for it on fourth down in any given situation. And they love that. They saw how the city reacted to that. And I think that they want a coach that is willing to say, nah, F it, I'm going for it. And isn't afraid to do that. And I think that they like that in a head coach. I don't think that management, which is them, comes in and says anything. I think that they like his aggressiveness.
I definitely feel like Philly Analytics is telling them to go for it too. And then Howie's like, yeah, let's do it and give me vanilla and chocolate. Like he's Howie's in that mix. I bet you Howie got a headset somewhere. Look at the end of that Falcons game. When I saw him on the sideline, I was like, bro, he's too close.
Oh, he's behind the shoulder. He's behind the shoulder.
He's out there like Sirianni. The play we called.
That's not
empty black field.
That's not what you want to see, bro. It's not good.
Hey, let the coaches be coaches, man.
Now I'd like to give a lot of love to Fangio right now. The Eagles right now are a top 4 defense in the red zone right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say it again. There's top 5. The Eagles are top 4 defense in the red zone. So
drop the bomb again. Go ahead and repeat that again. Drop the bomb.
4
Glue bomb
in red zone defense. Okay.
Ouch, boy.
I'll say it again. Top 4 in the red zone. So there's been moments that we've seen over the last couple of weeks where Fangio and the defense have saved the day. Now the offense. Let's talk about the offense in the red zone. We are top 24. Let me just say that again with a capital T. Top 24 offense in the red zone. The offense needs to step it up in the red zone.
Okay.
You guys are a problem in the red zone.
Right. So what bothers me the most is we get in the red zone and we like to get cute. But when the game situation and the game is on the game is on the line, they do the exact thing that we need them to do. Run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't understand it. Like why just run the ball? We have in my opinion, leading rusher. It's only been 3 weeks, but he's proven that he's the best running back in the NFL, and y'all still don't want to give him the ball when we're in goal line situations. Is bananas to me, man. Bananas.
More Saquon.
I don't give it. He is supposed to, and correct me if I'm wrong. Is he supposed to get at least 23 to 19, 17 carries a game? Are you fine with that?
I'm fine with 20 carries.
20 carries?
I think
I
20,
mean,
right?
but if you need to bell cow him, I'm fine for him taking over games when the game is on the line. Like,
Right.
not to say like after last week, bro, but I'm the just like New Orleans and their food with all the seasoning. I want more Saquon seasoning. I want more of it. Like I want my
more
food.
quads.
I
You
want
more
I want
quad
my
muscle.
running game seasoned well with Saquon. Like so, give me more Saquon, especially if they're having problems against the run. I think this offense still, whether it's Tyler Steen or Becton, or whether it's Fred Johnson, I think our running game can get it going very easily.
With
Yeah.
Saquon.
I'm going to say very easy. We can get the running game going.
Yes, I agree. I think that the biggest problem is not the run game, man. Though it's the turnovers. That's what the killer in the red zone has been for us. It's not about the plays that we're designing up. It's the mistakes that we're making, and silly fumbles, bad throws that lead to interceptions, are backbreakers when you're down there and you're about to score. Within the opponent's 20. So I think it ultimately comes down to Jalen Hurts, man. It really comes down to Jalen Hurts, and he needs to make less mistakes in the red zone.
Now, Todd Bowles talked about Jalen Hurts and saying that as a rookie, he would like to take the ball and run. He said, but he's more efficient these days. He can attack you from anywhere. But I do feel like, Jalen is probably his own worst enemy in terms of turning the ball over. He's got 4 turnovers and 3 touchdown passes. So I feel like Jalen, it's not like I'm big unk right now on the sideline, like looking at nephew and being like, come on.
I'm not saying that Jalen's a lost cause here. Like
not at all.
you see that Jalen is a very talented quarterback. It's just the things that you need to dial back on, and he needs to be coached up on. And this is where I need guys like Nick Sirianni, who doesn't control the play calling, who doesn't control the defense. I need him to be a coach here and come in and find a way to get through to Jalen to be more protective of the ball. If that can end up happening and they can get on the same page again, which it feels like, I mean, just through the stories that circulate in the offseason, how Jalen, Nick Sirianni haven't been seeing eye to eye, all those things. If they can get on the same page, I feel like we can make this one.
Adrian says, what Sirianni did the last few games is closer to Brandon Staley than Dougie in the Super Bowl.
How do you mean?
Yeah. What is he talking about? What does he mean?
Maybe going for it?
I got
you. I got you. Yeah, no. Brandon Staley.
Shout out to cousin Kiki in the building, who was a certified Eagles fan. Anyone who traveled to New Orleans, certified.
Put a stamp on it. Corey asking, is Lane Johnson playing on Sunday? That's according to the chart.
He's yet to practice.
Not a good sign.
Yet to practice.
I don't think he's playing this weekend.
Yeah, concussion's tough to come back from in 1 week.
It sucks the way that it happened, but.
Are you sure that he didn't practice at all today? I could have swore that he was at least stretching with the team, right?
I mean, yeah, he didn't practice.
Okay.
It's like going to a tailgate and you're just sitting there stretching and not actually cooking cheesesteaks, but you're actually just watching someone cook the cheesesteaks.
Well, I mean, he's about to turn 30, so he needs to start stretching before he cooks his cheesesteaks.
Oh, man. Gotta start stretching before I put that grill away and before I take it out, man. It's heavy as all hell.
Now, 843 says, I want to see more split back formations with Saquon and Shipley in the backfield.
Yeah, man, I want to see more Shipley, but like that's the thing is I don't want to take Saquon off the field. That's the
facts.
That's the double-edged sword.
I do think you can be creative with it. Like we've all talked about. I mean, the elephant in the room is who's wide receiver 1. Because John Dotson, of course, he's fairly new. Paris Campbell off the practice squad. I mean, he had 3 catches last week. I thought that is great.
Mm-hmm.
You have John Ross, fast guy.
By the way, can
Good
we
story.
talk about his number? Can we talk about his number?
What is number?
number
What
is
is number? 80.
38. Brother. Ooh.
Oh, God.
Brother. What is
Ooh.
that?
That's the worst wide receiver number.
That's how many chances he's had.
That's worse.
That is terrible, bro.
Yo, not that a number makes a man, but like you show up to a team like, as an offensive player and be like, yeah, I got 38, bro.
Hey guys, I made the team.
You're like, yeah, man, they gave you 38, dog. Daniel says, he says, y'all think we're going to see Saquon in the slot and Gainwell in the backfield more in the next game? Considering AJ and Devontae are probably out. Shout out to Daniel Winter. Brazilians. Finest Daniel Winter.
See Saquon in the slot. Oh, I don't know about that.
I see the other way around. I can see
Gainwell
in the slot. And not Saquon.
We,
but we all know who's going to be wide receiver one, and that's going to be Dallas Goedert. Yeah, he's going to be the primary target for this game. So, I mean, this is the thing.
But I'm saying, can you run 11 personnel, which is 3 wide receivers? You know, one tight end.
All right, so you've got Jahan Dotson, you got Walker, and you got
Wilson.
What? Yeah,
Wilson. Yeah.
Well, no, Wilson was Walker. That's what I meant.
I mean, it's a tough scene here. Like we have Johnny Wilson, Jahan Dotson,
Harris Campbell,
and
Don Ross.
And if you want to call up Danny Gray or it's a tough scene. We have Rosemary Jack Saint, Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint.
So
they got rid of Nagata.
Danny Gray.
Hey, at this point, just go ahead and call Jordan Matthews at this point.
Kyle Phillips.
I mean, does the fact that the Eagles are going to be kind of extremely one-dimensional in this game scare you?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the 24th ranked offense in the red zone, as you were saying. Again, let me say that again. 24th ranked red zone offense. And we're going into it with, Dotson, Wilson, and Paris Campbell as our top 3 wide receivers. We're going to be one-dimensional in this game.
That's where I'm saying it's almost
going to be the Saquon and Goddard show, man.
Right, but it's almost like we're a whole bag of mixed nuts on this one. You don't know which what are we getting? And so if you were preparing for AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, you kind of know what you're preparing for. But what are we going to come out? Well, are we going to have a new package for this week? We're going to have the pony package, as some people are calling in the chat. Are we going to have
Johnny Wilson, Travis Fulgham game?
Oh, it's gonna. But I think I've seen a lot of people on the timeline. Jalen Hurts, he's gonna have to show us who he is.
Didn't he do that against the Saints?
If he does he's been doing Wentzian type turnovers. Remember when Wentz had some Jags at wide receivers?
Oh yeah, Greg Ward,
and they showed out. So I think if I didn't feel like we had some ballers on this team, do you think I get on a plane?
You're already heading.
I don't know, bro. You're kind of Eagle crazy. I think you still get on that plane.
It's certifiably crazy at this point. Certifiably crazy. But Primo's as crazy as I am. So
Primo's nuts. He's a wild bull.
So let's speak some things into existence besides football. Let's speak to some trips into existence. Now, if you're looking to book a trip, head to PhillySportsTrips.com. Make sure to follow them at SportsTrips PHL for more information, or Philly_trips_sports on Instagram. We got a couple trips. I mean, we're crossing them off the list already. We did Brazil, we did the Saints, and now it's the Birds takeover in Tampa with Brian Dawkins. let me repeat. Let me say that again. We're repeating a lot of things, but Brian Dawkins, the Brian Dawkins, is going to be on this trip with us at his gangster. The Birds take over in New York. The Bird on October 20th, and the Birds take over in Cincy. I know a lot of Eagle fans are going to Cincy. What do you think about the next set of trips, Tim?
Yeah, man. So February and November 8th, we will be taking over the stinking Dallas Cowboys Stadium with Jeremiah Trotter. You know what I'm saying? Go Birds on November 8th through the 11th. And then after that, let's go to LA, baby. We're going to LA. We're going to be hanging out with LaShawn McCoy and our guy, D Jack, aka Jackpot. So please check that out. That's November 26th. I'm sorry, November 22nd through the 26th. And then after that, we'll be going to Baltimore, taking over December 1st. Nah, that's nothing but a hop, jump, and a skip in the trip. You know what I mean? And then after that, December 22nd, we have it with the Birds will take over Washington. It's actually in Maryland. It's not Washington.
Yeah. That was that Baltimore trip that we went on a couple years ago. I got off, we parked, and we walked down the street, and then there was a dead body in the street.
That's Baltimore.
And I took this is pre, like, you know, Gail, back in the day, Gail used to post anything. And I posted the photo of what I saw, and people were like, "The hell are you doing, man?" Anyway, new year, new me.
No more posting dead bodies. That's
okay, first 48.
I was like, bro, we just arrived in Baltimore. And,
CSI, Gil Saunders.
There's a dead body. Talking about speaking things into existence. Your offensive MVP. We're speaking it now, okay? Or your offensive MVP versus the Bucs.
Versus the Bucs. To be honest with you, I think the common answer here is going to be Saquon Barkley. So I'm gonna lean, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say that Jalen is gonna have a big day with our guy Jahan Dotson. We're finally gonna see the emergence of Jahan Dotson. He's gonna have himself 75 yards and a touchdown. I'll give him player of the game for that. I don't know when he'll be player of the game again.
I'm going to go with Dallas Goedert. I think he's going to have another monster game because he is wide receiver 1, aka tight end. And he's that type of tight end that can take the top off the defense. So,
Dad says guys are going to Tampa. Me and Prime are going to Tampa. Our flight got canceled today. Leaving tomorrow. Leaving mañana. Dad says Logan Paul over here for offensive MVP. Okay. I'm going with Saquon Barkley. Yo, Saquon, I'm telling you, do I rock the Saquon Barkley for a third straight week?
I think you do.
Without watching it.
Yep, sweaty pits and all. Go ahead.
Can I be honest about the Dallas Goedert thing, man? Like, we've waited 4-5 years now for him to have this breakout game. You think that we're gonna catch fire two weeks in a row?
I think so because he's our best. He has our best hands. He has the best hands on the team right now. I mean, he rarely drops. I mean, look at the catches that he.
The one-handed catch was nice.
The one-handed catch was sweet, man. So I feel like he's the pass catcher. Like, it's gonna be him. And I think they're gonna be double. I think they're gonna be bracketing him. So there goes a shot where you have the unsung hero like the Campbells of the world and Johnny Wilson. Maybe Johnny Wilson has his game where he shows up. He's 6'7" and he's going to be a monster. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
he summons the gods, the Peter Warwick gods.
Oh wow, Peter Warwick.
Yeah, if you don't know Peter Warwick, then you're not an FSU fan. Or
go look up what his YouTube. Go look up the highlights.
It's gonna be interesting. I think. The whole Goddard thing. Finally, we utilized in the way. My thing is like the mesh. Like we killed them with the mesh. Go ahead. You want to line up, man. Then we'll mesh it to death. Crossing routes. I mean, last week, if you listen to the show, I was like more crossing routes. The fact that we got more crossing routes, that's like and more hot routes that make sense
Right.
because Todd Bowles brought the kitchens. He threw the kitchen sink and everybody with the kitchen sink at Jalen Hurts. And do you know how many times Jalen Hurts probably watched that film? Like, what was he doing to me? I mean, see, Lorena, a real one.
Coming out.
Saturday.
Flight.
Saturday.
Nice. Safe travels, everybody.
Talking about a defensive MVP against the Bucs. Who would you choose right now?
Ooh, I wanna. You know what? I'm gonna say Reed Blankenship, baby. Every week he's showing up. You know what I'm saying? Chain, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm going Reed Blankenship, baby, all day, every day. Missile all day.
Another interception?
Yes, I think he'll have another interception. Bro, we know what's crazy about him? He is literally sneaks in to get the interception. He sneaks in. Like, you don't even see him, and it's like a blur, and it's a white jersey, and it's gone. So, like, shout out to Reed Blankenship, bro. And you know what's so dope about him is the development. And we drafted him from what was the Middle Tennessee college. Like, he has been one of the success stories where you're like, oh man, Eagles can't draft. You like, you look at him and you go, man, look at it. And then, we locked him up cheap for like 2 more years. So it's super dope to see somebody excel and be great at something, man. And he's proven me wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you, because there was some times where I was kind of hard on him, but he's been improving, man. He's been playing. He's been playing his butt off.
Yeah, who's your defensive MVP?
Gonna go outside the box on this one too, man. I think that the linebackers are actually gonna have a good game today. This weekend. I'm gonna say Nakobe Dean, man. I'm gonna say Nakobe Dean comes out of there with a fumble recovery and an interception, something in that ballpark. I expect him to continue balling like he has been. He earned that job over Devin White, and I think he's going to prove us in the game. In the Devin White, that was supposed to be his comeback story. I think Nakobe Dean's going to be the one to prove us why he should be there.
I'm going to go Darren in Rack Shack. Well, he says Jalen Carter or Quinyon Mitchell. Darren G says Quinyon, but I think he's been close to picking some of these passes off. I think
like every week, man.
If you see, there's a couple plays last week, or one play that Baker threw a softball up there and got picked off. I think Quinyon has that like bait ability. That's what I saw at the Senior Bowl. Him like baiting QBs. He's doing it now. Like he I guess figuring out the speed of the game is close for him, because right now, like, he started off hot. It's not like it was too fast. The game's too fast for him. He's right where he needs to be. So I feel like I'm feeling good about it. DJ chimes in. Defensive MVP. He says Jalen Carter. 2 sacks and a forced fumble. Let's go. Hope to see you all there. Gail, hit me up. Yes, shout out to DJ. He came to the tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, DJ, you gave me your phone number, but you forgot the last number. I was gonna text the photos.
Sounds like you gotta text 10 people, man. Put them all in a group chat.
Nice.
Which one of these of you is DJ?
I had a great photo of him and wifey that I wanted to text him, and then I was like, I don't got the last number.
Shout out to Bud Light.
I don't got the last number. Okay, I could show you the photo.
Chase says Q should have like 2 or 3 picks this year. He's got it figured out. I mean, why do they always say that a cornerback isn't a wide receiver? Because they can't catch.
But one thing about Quinyon, bro, is just to see, like, his recovery speed is insane. It is just it's impeccable, bro. It's impressive. Like, because a lot of times what I've seen was going on is it's either a curl or in and out, and he's there. He's right there. And his recovery speed is just ridiculous, man. Footwork is just impeccable.
Yeah, he stays glued on him, man.
He does. He really stays glued on him. And when the deep ball is, the deep ball is going down, he pays attention to the wide receiver's helmet, their eyes, and the senses. It's like he has Spider-Man senses. That's probably going to be his new name.
My thing is,
Spidey.
When you want some like, I was trying to think of a non. I'm gonna stop there while I'm ahead. I was gonna think of.
I knew where you were going.
I say it. Other people like, yo, if I'm in a war, I want that dude in my foxhole. I'm like, nah, that's not the right. That's too no Diddy here. No, I was just saying, Quinyon Mitchell, you want a guy next to you that you like, you know is going to war with you.
Yeah.
There's no flinch in Quinyon.
Yeah.
And then after the play, when he's showed you what he can do, then he's going to give you the, puff his chest and walk around and like, yeah, and talk his shit talking is to a point where it's like, it's like, it's so perfect.
You gonna call him the Riddler?
And he's not a loud type of person. He's super quiet all the time. And his shit talking comes out after a play. But shout out to DJ. Look at that sailgate. Perfect photo. Got the link in the back.
Oh, the fit is dope too, man.
Fitted Bird Gang. I'm trying to send you this photo. So if you want to DM me and send me your real number, I'll send it to you.
I think he put it the last 4, so we just won't guess the
okay.
the other 6.
Hey, watch out for the bots on Facebook because they be out here.
Thanks.
They be out
actually,
here.
delete that right now. Actually,
they be out here, man.
I got you, DJ.
Yeah, delete that one. Yeah.
Heather says, "I like how much he talks shit." Bro, like again, I have all this footage of him at the Senior Bowl talking ish to all these guys, and I'm like, yo, this is the dude, and he's out here proving me right. So I'm happy for him, man. I'm super happy for him, especially being a Toledo guy. But let's talk about our biggest concerns. That'll
be
UF.
Heading into this game.
It's the offensive passing game, man. We've got Dallas Goedert to lean on and the running backs as a proven entity. Otherwise, we're really relying on guys that haven't really that have all the opportunity in the world right now to prove their worth. So this is almost like a tryout here in week 4 for some of these wide receivers to see who's going to get more playing time as the season goes on. I think that you look at the other side of the ball as well. I think that the defensive back play has been great. But like I said, we do have a Hall of Famer in Mike Evans on the other side of the ball, and that can't be discounted. I think that there always tends to be a guy against this Eagles defense, more or less, that tends to get his, and that's a guy that I think has the biggest opportunity to do so. So I think the biggest concern here is the wide receivers for both teams.
I can definitely see that. You know what mine's is? Mine's coaching. That's my biggest concern, coaching. Not trying to get too cute, not overthinking, and not trying to be the smartest guy in the room. Just at the wide receiver position, we're at the plug and play at this time. It's plugging and you're playing. You know what I mean? It's not, hey, we need to take baby steps with you. No, like we need Jahan Dotson to be that guy that was torching us whenever time he was playing against us when he was playing with the Commanders. Mm-hmm. The coaching is probably my biggest fear, and taking points while we're there, 4th and 4, 4th and 4, 4th and 3, things like that. You know what I mean? Like kick the ball. Don't be afraid, because this stuff can hunt you and come back and hunt you and bite you in the ass in the fourth quarter. Like we already seen that against the ATL versus ATL. So that's my biggest one.
Let's think of the field goals as a retirement plan. You store enough of those away early in the game, early in life, right, then you're pretty much set up for the fourth quarter, right, for the last quarter of your life.
Right.
Just fucking take the points, man.
Now,
be a chipmunk.
James agrees with you, Tim. He says, I think it's just the coaching. Braxek says his biggest concerns, Eagles wide receivers, Hurts turning over the ball, and the coach decision making. I'm gonna say my biggest concern is probably you're guesstimating who's going to step up amongst the wide receivers that we have. That is like, I don't know who's going to show up, but someone has to show up. So Jahan Dotson, if this is your opportunity to be that guy, you're going to have to be that guy. I do think Dallas Goedert, they're going to lean on him again this week. I think there's, obviously Winfield will probably not be there, so that's a good thing. I think Dallas. There's probably a sense of confidence. Over the years, we've seen him on the sidelines, dating back to the New England game, of being stressed out and being like, "I want targets." We've heard the rumors of his agent and him not being happy with the targets that he's had. It's not like it's been plastered everywhere, but we know that he's he's as old as Evan Hollywood Hearn. Okay, he knows that his days are limited to in the 20s. So he wants a contract. So this is great of time to be like, you know what? When the guys went out, Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, who did you come to? You came to Dallas Goedert to get it done, and that is my worth. And that just shows you that there's a lot of mouths to feed. And I think I'm wondering who's going to be obviously wide receiver one. I do think Dallas Goedert is your number one target out there, but someone's got to step up. Johnny Wilson last week with that catch, it was a third down catch. He broke the tackle, used the size to his advantage. He played tough. That's what you like to see. That kind of shit right there, for me, that gets me like that. That's the will to win. Mm-hmm. You see that from a younger guy, especially younger guys. It's crazy. I saw the comment from who was it? They talked about Mike Evans. If I'm in, obviously they're going to go after Quinyon, right? If Mike Evans lines up against Q most of the game, they try him or they'll move him. Try him. I mean, he's got 7 defended passes, most in the NFL right now. Try him because it's going to make him even more confident. He goes against AJ Brown in practice.
It's Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
That's today's Julio Jones.
Yeah.
But he's been seasoned in AJ Brown.
Uh-huh.
He's had a lesson in AJ Brown.
It's not like he's unprepared. He's as prepared as he possibly can be at this moment. It's just a matter of if it's going to be like Chase is saying, if it's going to be Evans VQ all day long. I mean, it's got to be consistency. That's just a tough guy to be consistent against.
Right. I mean, it's going to be a lot of one-on-one. Throw it up in the air. I'm gonna go make the play. That's really Mike Evans' deal. You know what I mean, or slants. So he can run this. I think with that though, with Quinyon is made for this, bro. Like dude is made for this. He's one of those guys. What they say, like why they make the sidewalks for everybody, because not everybody can handle being in the streets. He's that type of cat, man. So yeah.
I'm sitting here typing, trying to be cute here, but I just think Elena says here, my biggest concern is Sirianni. Another vote for concern.
Yeah,
it's weird. I mean, everybody has been like hating on Sirianni all week.
I mean, can you blame him?
All week. I've been hating on him since last year.
You can't blame him, man. It's like like I said, he's the only person I've ever seen getting his own way, man. Like he literally, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, you have a free shot in basketball and you can either do a layup or you can stop at the 3-point line and shoot the 3, or just stop at the half court because you want to show off. That's Nick Sirianni. He just wants to stop at the half court. Oh, I'm Steph Curry. Like, no.
Dude, I feel
take the layup.
I feel like it's yeah. No, you're
take the layup. Like, what is wrong with you? Stop doing this nut ass shit, man. Sorry.
Just take the 3.
It's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating.
Take the 3. Just take the 3.
Take the 3. Take the 3.
Oh yeah, that would be a great T-shirt to wear. Take the 3.
Take the 3.
Put it on a T-shirt. Make a lot of money. Lorena says not to switch topics, but she says defense edition of Zach Bond thoughts. I'm liking him. He's just getting started. I think he's got Zach Bond's got a vibe.
Oh, yeah. Me and Gail been preaching to choir.
Underdog vibe.
Yeah.
Underdog vibe.
So Chase brings up a interesting point talking about the punt return. I mean, it's been the Britton Covey show for the past couple of years. Do you think that Cooper DeJean can step in here and no faith?
Damn. He was a good returner in college, guy.
Nope.
But I'm Britton Covey again. I've praised him. I've been a Britton Covey stan for a long time.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe sometimes you just need to see it with a fresh set of eyes, man.
But Cooper DeJean has his own style that's a little different than his. I think Cooper is going to take a little bit more. I think Cooper is trying to make a name for himself. He wants to break out and do something for this team.
I can see that. I can definitely understand that.
I just don't try to.
Shipley though. I think it's either going to be Shipley or Isaiah Rodgers.
I mean, it was Cooper DeJean at the end of the last game.
It was?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm so, bro.
After Covey went out, it was Cooper.
My emotions.
Yeah.
Mark says, down by 1, Sirianni takes a 3.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, it literally feels like you mentioned the basketball analogy, and what I was thinking where you were going was you get fouled and you got the foul shot, and he decides while up in the game or tied to intentionally miss to try and get the rebound to then.
Oh, right.
to then shoot. Like just take the shot.
You know what? That's probably better. That's probably better.
Shot, man. You got a free shot.
Now Adrian says Covey has not been that good. Have you looked at his numbers?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
On Adrian,
he just hasn't broken through to the end zone. I mean, he's definitely gotten some good.
Has been not been that when you want a punt returner to get positive yards, not turn the ball over, bring in these catches, not fumble like Jalen Reagor. You want somebody competent back there, and he's been that. Again, you don't see all the stuff that he's doing in the locker room.
Jalen Reagor was muffing punts left and right, if you remember. So long ago. Britton Covey, while he does get his bell rung from time to time,
he catches that ball.
Holds on to the ball, man.
Now, 843 says, out of all things concerning, it's concerning the offense, Sirianni is the biggest concern. Daniel says he's worried about some of these bowl blitzes, Bulls blitzing style.
I'm not worried about that. I think at this time, Jalen is seasoned. This is year 4, year 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's seen everything. I mean, the only thing with Jalen, stop holding on to the ball. Stop. You hold on to the ball way too long. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't have it, bro, and stop running sideways, run up. Like you literally run up and get down.
Adrian says no TDs, usually one move at most. We're talking about field position, bro. I'm not trying to hate on Adrian. Your point is your point, but my point is field position. He's got this team good field position. He hasn't been a liability, and we're talking about UDFA money, where he's not getting paid a lot, and he's been reliable. And again, in the passing game, the last couple of weeks, he's been a reliable dump off target.
He was crucial. He was crucial with that one catch.
You won't see him for 6 weeks because he's got a crack in the shoulder, broken bone in the shoulder. Requires no surgery though. Okay.
I mean, do you think that with we have big time been relying on the defense, and like the last game, I think that the offense played pretty poorly for 3/4 of that game, and then the defense is what really held them in there. I mean, I kind of view this next game as another one of those things. You look at the start of the season when everybody's healthy, we were able to get 34 points. We were a team last year when we were in that run in the beginning of the season. We were averaging like 30 points a game. So now the past two weeks we've scored 21 points and 15 points. So haven't been scoring as much, obviously. it's going to be the defense that has to kind of hold us in this game still.
You know, we do have the dog mentality in the dog culture here, Evan.
Yeah, we do. A bunch of underdogs, if is what I would call it. Just like underdog fantasy. It's the greatest time of year. Football's back, and it's here to stay until February. The best betting time of year. Over a million fans across 33 different states got here and got in the game last year by making picks on underdog. I have gotten myself, like I said a couple weeks ago, back in the betting game, and I've been using underdog. I love the player props, man. It's a fun way to play. It's a fun way to enter contests, and I have been entering contests by they're very simple and straightforward sign up process. Just head over to Underdog's simple to use mobile app or underdogfantasy.com and sign up with promo code Jawn. And Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry plus 1,000 in bonus cash when you make a deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Jawn to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. You must be 18 years or older to enter, and you must be 21 or older to enter if you're in Massachusetts, Arizona, and 19 plus for Alabama and which ones? New Hampshire. You have to be in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. There's 33 of them. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned about your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, you can call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call 24/7 to the Hope line or text Hope NY at 467-39369. I'm sorry.
I gotta go and do my picks, man.
That was a tough one.
Guys, professional. Yeah, I mean, when you talk about some of those bets, like I'm starting to figure out how I could. I'm not a gambling man, but I guarantee you, Paris Campbell.
Jump in on Underdog Fantasy, man.
Paris Campbell's going to have 3 catches.
You thinking 3 catches?
I could bet on that.
Yes.
I would take over 3 catches.
Yes. The line moved though. If y'all seen that.
Oh, what is it now?
1.5.
Ooh.
What did it open at?
2.
2.5.
For the Bucs.
Eagles.
Oh.
I think it's Hideki coming back. So Adrian's biggest concern, he says, remains hurt Sirianni. What can I say? I didn't like him coming back before the season started even. My thing is I want to – it's almost like that's the price of admission to see Jalen Hurts burst the Bucs and how he handles that defense. Because this is like – remember the year before when the Bucs met the Eagles in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Hurts against Brady, and it was a tough scene out there. The next year, he elevated his game. We ended up, I believe, we beat the Bucs at home, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, beat them at home.
He took the next step. So and then the year after that, it's 2-pack of ass.
Do you think do you think that the revenge factor is going to play into this locker room at all? I mean, you've got a lot of guys that kind of got embarrassed after the start of last year.
It's embarrassing.
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Like, as an athlete, anything that you can compare yourself with, it motivates you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if somebody was like, yo, man, like, he can't shoot. All right, word. I'm not sure I can shoot. Oh, he can't hit this. He can't throw a dot over this. Bro. Oh, okay, I'm going to do that. And I think that's what Jalen and those guys are replaying in their head. Like, look how this team did us. You know, Baker Mayfield was on the sideline cheering, talking about, I have a chip on my shoulder and put a cape on me. Like, that should motivate you. That definitely should motivate you.
And Chase says, my biggest concern, but a concern nonetheless, punt return security. Something we didn't have to worry about much with Cubby. See?
All right, let's go.
We have Coach Rack Shack says bracket Evans with Quignon and CJ. Feeling that?
I like that.
I'm cool with that.
I'm feeling a Chauncey interception. I'm talking about where he's like back end, right, and then he just breaks off one of his zones and comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Picks off
feel?
fast.
Do you feel that Chauncey is kind of like baiting a lot, so that's why he's getting burnt a lot and being out of the position a lot? Because he's been strong against the run, but when it's sometimes in coverage, he catches himself with the factor.
I think he takes chances, but I think he's one of those kind of dudes that he makes plays, man.
Right. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just I get what you're saying, but there's been a couple of times where he's gotten beaten because he's baiting.
Yeah.
Now, he's been excellent against the run. I'm not saying that. Like physicality, got it. Dog.
Yeah. We need a swagger, but Wealthy Mind says not worried about their tackle. I think it moved because Lane might be out. Bad weather is going to require running the ball without Lane, so Vegas doubting Saquon pretty. Go ahead, doubt Saquon. I seen Saquon run down the sideline in the rain and give a peace sign while I was eating a hot dog on the Giant sideline.
First of all, why did you have to say you're eating a glizzy on the side? Why?
Because I was flexing.
So between Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, over under 200 rushing yards to win this game.
Say it again.
Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley's rushing yards together, plus or minus 200, man, because we're gonna need him this game.
I say definitely over. I think Saquon's
that'd be a hell of a game for both of them.
Yeah, I think Saquon has over $140, $130, and Jalen probably have at least 70. He'll gonna break a long one.
I mean, just to see the run game develop over the last couple weeks, just the way that Stoutland University has showed itself, and hopefully if Vita Vea is not playing, I feel a little bit more confident in that.
Right.
Kiki's feeling confident. She says over on that. I'm gonna say under 200 for both of them.
Both of them, yep.
We're doing combined.
It's a lot of yards. Yeah, combined.
175. 175 would be if I can get like 65 rushing yards from Ertz.
Yeah.
Mark chimes in from Oregon. First of all, I forgot to. I just want to shout out. I was just thinking, off topic, but the beautiful accents that we hear all over the country, and shout out to our Uber driver.
I was wondering where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Are you playing anything, or is that it?
I was trying to make some awkward air, but our Uber driver's accent last week. Because I said Oregon. I don't know if I said Oregon. Oregon is the right way to say it. But our Uber driver, his accent was top notch.
You get the debris green, and it's like a roast beef dripping that they put on there. Yeah, you get a side of grits and their famous ham. Well, I tell you, that's gonna have you ready to drink the deal with.
That's Evan laughing in the back.
You absolutely do. Now, if you're gonna do something else and something that's not gonna have as much of a line, they got a place called Toast. It's inside the quarter. And then you also got another place called Wake and Bacon. Both of those places are pretty good too.
Both of those places are pretty good too.
You fit to go to the snow?
I've been trying to talk like that dude for like the last 4 days.
That's that Creole accent. Is that Creole?
Mm-hmm.
Cajun. Spicy.
Cajun accent.
Even his accent is spicy. But before we get out of here, I want to give a big shout out to Bud Light for holding down the tailgates all these years. Make sure you show them some love. They've been supporting us for a while now. If I could just show the graphic Bang. And then Evan's favorite sponsor ever as he drinks this like it's going out of style. Red Bull. Thank you for giving the tailgate wings all these years. And all those cool ass tomato pies that you see, that is from Conchock Italian Bakery. Always killing the game. And then who else is killing the game? Lowski Entertainment. If you need a DJ with swagger, sophistication, a guy who knows his music, you don't have to worry about setting the tone for the party because he's like the Brian Dawkins of DJs. He sets the tone early.
Right on.
Yeah, and if you continue to whine about your graphics, hit up Jesse Wines. Jesse_Wines on Instagram. And then if you're feeling like you want to flex a little bit, you want your chunky chains to be bright and exciteful, hit up Crafty Jawn at craftyjawn.com for your custom chains, man. You see it on the back right there. Fort Jawn. Custom chains, man. Custom chains. So can we get a score prediction before we get out of here? Score predictions.
I see it. I mean, I have been saying how much I think we're going to struggle to score in this game. I think it's going to be in a defensive battle. Gail, I don't think you're going to see a high-scoring game, especially coming off the heels of a hurricane. So I'm going to say 20-13. Birds win.
Ooh. Okay.
Jake's used twice in that game. Nick's listening to us.
I see you. I'm going to say 21-16. Go Birds.
Rack Shack with the 2013 close defensive game. I'm going to go 24-17 Birds. It's been close game after close game. They can never give us an opportunity to just like roll up, have a nice vacation, and just sip on some whatever. It's always tense. They make everything. It wouldn't be a Philadelphia Eagle game without making it tense for no reason.
Most definitely.
But I would sure as hell love a kind of a ass whooping, awakened bacon, if you'd like to say. Awakened bacon. I would love to see an ass whooping.
Don't forget to go to the stove. Awakened bacon.
I don't even know what he was saying in half that. Shout out to that man who gave us a ride from Uber. We'll never forget you. My cousin this morning, shout out to Charles. He says, "Can you send me that video of the Uber driver?" And we have any hot takes before we get out of here?
I got one for you. Let me talk to y'all about tortilla chips real quick. I mean, I'm a cheesesteak guy. I'm a food elitist, right? Let me tell you about Menina jalapeno agave chips. Yo, the best tortilla chip you'll ever have. Sitting right here next to me. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I need the NFL to stop with the ugly ass collabs.
Okay.
Stop.
What was something you had in mind?
So they had a collab. I texted to you guys. Obviously, I didn't get a response back, so y'all just ignoring me. You know what I'm saying? But that's either there. They did a collab with Kev clothing, and they be having some streetwear
on clothing. Okay.
Yeah, clothing. So they did this little collab with Brian Dawkins and the NFL, and I think I want to say probably the throwbacks, what Michelin Ness. The jersey is dope. It's fire. But $300? $300?
Not Frugal Gang approved, man.
No, not Frugal Gang approved at all. I don't understand. And then the sideline hats. I need y'all to do better.
Oh, those sideline hats were ass.
So the jersey in the jersey has
Prime bought it.
Has Kith all in it. And like I said, it looks dope. Like there's Kith behind the underneath the stitching of the number, and it's the Mitchell and Ness Jawn, right? Oh man, that sucks. But the Eagle. It looks super dope. But the problem is $300
for jersey. Well, they also dropped a leather jacket that retailed at like $1,400.
That's who's buying that? Who's buying that?
I saw their whole lineup. I said, bro, this whole collection is crazy. But
and then the other one with the jacket behind it is flowers with the eagle on it. We gotta stop. We just gotta stop.
Well, instead of that is your hot take. I'm gonna let you go with it.
I mean, it can be a lot. I'm just saying.
No, I'm Eagles. They've realized that Eagle fans will buy anything. That's the problem.
So, did a lot of Eagle fans appreciate you, Ant? Did a lot of Eagle fans buy that Drake collab?
I think that got dropped at the wrong time. Honestly, wasn't that him and Kendrick started going at it? I think that was just
it's on sale right now at the Eagles Pro Shop. You want to buy that Drake hoodie? Terrible. We're the Eagles. You don't put owls on Eagle stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Come on, we're the real bird.
I'm just saying.
Oh, take it easy. Temple Owls, pal.
Yeah. By the way, y'all better beat Army. But yeah, it's the NFL doing collabs is just ugly, bro. Like it's not.
It's not ugly, Tim. This is an opportunity for us to get a partnership with the NFL. Like, can we design some Eagle stuff?
I can design some Eagle. Well, you can design.
How about can we?
I said you and I. I said you and I.
You said me first.
Okay, us. Sorry,
us.
We're a team. Sorry, 4th of Jawn. Sorry.
Can we design a hat? Shout out to New World Capo. But that is your hot take. I'll leave it at that. Man. My hot take. Okay. Let me see my hot take.
It's a hot take. That's what you keep on saying.
I mean, it's a weird take, but it's a.
Go ahead.
If I'm just saying, you got family members out here, make sure y'all got wills in your family. So make sure you're everything financially set up to take care of your family, because it's I'm just saying it's a thing that no one thinks about, or family members don't like to talk about. Yeah. But have these talks with your families. If you just those kind of things, when you need those kind of things, thank God you have them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
When you have to
but that's not a hot take. That's more of a message.
It's advice. Yeah.
That's advice. There you go. The good word.
Yeah, it's advice. It's advice.
Are we changing this?
We should. We should.
You've created now for
because you created it, so we got a message. Usually we were doing the whole get it off your chest.
Yeah,
but message.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a good message.
It is. That's a good message.
And I've learned about a lot of things over long-term care insurance for families. It's a big deal. Not a lot of people know about this stuff, but check it out. Yes, wealthy mind, my Filipino brother from Illinois. That's right.
So we got a what's it called? We got an NFC matchup tonight. Do you think the Cowboys on a short week, dude? I know it's two teams that we hate, but come on, like I don't know how you guys feel. I know what the Giants are. The Giants are a big pile of doo-doo. I'm not worried about the Giants at all.
Giants are ass.
The Cowboys, if they can get caught on a short week and lose to the Giants, man, oh my Lord.
I will say this,
marvelous.
Though. It would be marvelous, but I will say this: Malik Neighbors,
he's legit. He's the truth. I'll tell you what, man. The Giants know how to find a wide receiver, bro. They know how to find a good wide receiver. Yeah, they had some rough years the past half decade, but
yeah, they got a wide receiver. I mean, he's definitely gonna leave Odell Beckham in the past for that one. I'll tell you that.
I don't really root for the Giants very often, but when I do, it's when they play the Cowboys, and then I become a Giants fan along with you, Giant haters of the Eagles. But if you could beat the Cowboys, you give us enough ammunition and hate for our heart for a week. It's it's like, when the Bloods and Crips, they hold up that, together in unison.
Yo!
it's like a beautiful moment where
form alliance.
we come together to hate against the Cowboys.
enemy of
That's
my
a meme,
enemy
right?
is
That's
my
a
friend,
meme.
man.
That should be on right now. Meme
Because
right now. Green and blue.
let's go. I'm not because then someone will come back to our podcast, screen record us saying "Let's go Giants,"
Yeah.
but let's
I
go
mean,
Giants.
You just got clipped for sure.
Yeah, you got clipped on that one. Sorry.
Let's go Giants. Last word before we get out of here, Tim. Last word.
Yeah, man. Go Birds, yo. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for everybody that's coming in here week and throughout the week. Y'all always showing us love. Thank you so much. I had a great time with my brothers down in the South, in the Bayou, and appreciate Philly Sports Trips. Appreciate Vince, everybody that came down and hold it down, man. That was super dope. It was like a Eagles fan reunion because when we wear that jersey and that green, we family. You know what I'm saying? With a P. With a P. So appreciate y'all, man. Go Birds.
Yeah, Gail, I wish you and Prime safe travels. I know that considering the weather and all that could be a little bit daunting, but if they wouldn't fly you guys unless they've deemed it was safe. So I hope you guys have a good time. Hope you don't get washed out down there. Hope everybody on the trip has a great time. And I think that if my math is no, I'll be here next Tuesday. I'll be around. I thought.
Are you about to flexing that you're in Mexico?
Thought I was about to say I'll see you in the next decade of life, but we still got one more show before that happens.
One more show.
This guy older than. I'm gonna give him.
Dallas
I'm
Goedert.
gonna get him a shirt that says, I'm older than Dallas Goedert.
That's all right. I'm hanging in.
I can't wait till you turn 30 because I want to be like, yo, bro, you're old, man.
Yeah. Last year in the 20s, bro.
The worst part is dude, still haven't finished pre-med. It's tough.
Once you hit 30, you're gonna have to check your own medicals, pal.
I am gonna have to check my own medicals.
Body starts falling apart. We gotta look
at
at
the car,
stressing.
Getting down the steps.
It's all good.
It's hard, bro. It's hard, man.
Or if you're an athlete like me, you can survive until your later years. Okay.
That's right.
Your knees are probably
trying to be like you.
But my last word. Shout out to Primo, who's attending the Transformers movie with the kids. Shout out to the fam. He's about to leave on a plane to Tampa and face a Category 3 hurricane to go see his birds.
Decepticons roll out, bro.
That's commitment. And I'm right there with him. And shout out to all the Eagle fans that are going to wait out the storm and come in on Saturday. Smart thing to do. Shout out to all the Eagle fans that believe. Just saying, there are some of you who don't believe or who put negative thoughts out there. Just let the game happen. That's why the game has to be played. So just enjoy the moment. I'm enjoying the moment of going down there and watching an Eagles team that I love. I love the Eagles. This is part of who I am, and this is part of life and living. I'm so excited to be going down there. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. But if you're watching the news tomorrow, shout out to CBS Philly.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna be doing a little story on us. They're coming down around I think 12 o'clock. The news is coming down there. Get 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Do a little story on me and Primo about going down there. Nice. So it's good, exciting times, man. Shout out to my brother and shout out to my dad. And shout out to you Eagle fans in the chat, man. It's always great catching a vibe before these games. I know we're all hyped. The energy is all at a tough level right now because you're like, what's going on? But Sirianni is Sirianniing, but believe in this team. And we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, fly, Eagles, fly.